Alright folks, this talk is called The Curse of Two Passions because, well, for a long time I was really divided about my life. For the longest time I was really not knowing how I could choose which direction to go with my life, where to put my energy and all that stuff. Because I have two passions, basically. I'm into technology and I'm into music. And I can't fucking decide, which one of those two things I really want to dominate my life. On one hand, music. Music is the thing that has the direct channel into people's emotions, has the direct way of touching the human soul. And technology is the thing that makes possible what we could only dream of before, a world connected, a world everybody's equal on YouTube. You either watch this or you don't watch. So music and technology, those are my two passions. And for the longest time, it all goes back to when I was 11 years old. When I was 11, I got my first computer and I started playing guitar. How can I say from there? My whole life has been dominated by music and computers, and those two things and my talent for them, because, well, to be honest, I'm fucking good at those two things. My talent for them actually led me to be able to take a path that is so abnormal in terms of society, the society that tells you, especially computers, the society tells you that you have to go to school, get a fucking degree, get a, job and all that stuff. No. When I was in high school, I set up my whole school's computer network because none of the computer teachers knew how to do it, for example. And music, I've always done the same way. Just Eric writing his songs, getting his dudes, playing the music with him, going around Europe and playing the songs, and just the songs speak for themselves. The passion, the energy I put into it, that all speaks for itself. The rhythms and everything that I put together, it all speaks for itself. So I went through life like that because I'm this stubbornly individualistic person who just cannot listen to other people insofar as telling me what I need to do if it doesn't resonate with me inside. What resonates with me inside is that this life, you need to choose what you want to do, and you need to fucking do it, work hard at it. But the problem is I have two of those things. So basically the past few years in Belgrade, I moved to London in 2011 from Toronto, where I was, reasonably successful in those two things. I had rooms full of 150, 200 people watching my band in Toronto. I had, people, I was making a living off of doing 1 hour, 2 hour computer sessions for $85 an hour in Toronto. But I left all that to move to London, where I was again successful at that. Music and computers. I put together a band of new people in the end of 2011, and we played 85 shows all over Europe in 2012. And again, then, I moved the band to Belgrade. We lived in Belgrade for a year. I was just a musician for a year, and that was the most difficult year of my life because all the band members from England moved here, and we were running out of money and all that stuff. And by the end of 2013, I got back to the computer, started this remote business, which has now turned into a pretty big thing, where I find people here and train them to work in the tech industry in the UK, and find them a company to work for in the UK that they can work for online. And so that business is now going. And also in 2014, I found new band members here in Serbia and started touring again after a break of about 7 months or something. Anyway, so now 3 years later, 2017, I'm going down this road. I'm doing my thing, music and computers, from Serbia to the world. And again, I realized that it's hard to pick the path, which one I like better. Hard to pick what I'm gonna do. Hard to pick if I could be on stage the rest of my life, and I'll play a video in a second. If I could be on stage every night for the rest of my life to a crowd of people who appreciate my music, I would do that. Otherwise, I'm just sort of using this computer thing because it's easier to make money with technology. It's easier to make money, working in this industry. But music is fucking hard. Everything I did in music is so much harder than what I've done in the tech industry. So what to do with that, folks? What to do with that? Well, I just need to find my passion in between those two, I think. And this year, the fact that I managed to find a way to make life in Serbia really, really sort of successful for people by finding them jobs online they can work with London. The fact that I've done all that and all that stuff. My passion is it's not music or computers. It's changing people's lives and letting them live decent lives being who they are. And so basically that's what my business is. And all the things I always sing about, freedom and breaking free of the culture and all that stuff, it all fits into that. So basically music and computers, technology and art, it all fits together. And I'm struggling to balance these two in my life for the last, 8 years or something. But it's a long, long battle, folks. It's a long, long battle. But I think I can make this all happen. Make the soundtrack for the people who are living their lives and decide that they live in Serbia rather than a place like England or Canada. And those are my people, and my music is a soundtrack, and my business is the one that makes it possible for them. That's kind of how it all works. But still, where to put the energy? Where to put the hours of the day? Anyways, I've rambled on enough about this, but I'm going to leave you with a really good show from last year, a little clip from a really good show last year in Poland for the Belarusian students, or whoever they were. I don't know. We drove 16 hours from the Netherlands for this. We went directly off stage in the Netherlands at a festival, drove to fucking eastern Poland on the border of Belarus, and this is what it looked like there, folks. So no matter where you are in the journey of finding your passion and living it, just remember there is hope. I'm the man who's cursed with two passions, but I'm trying to bring them together as much as possible. So here's a clip of my band, Eric and the Worldly Savages, playing the song Hope. And for this 1 hour of glory, it was worth the 16 hours of driving, all the organization. So here you go. I'm not going to talk anymore. Worldly Savages, Hope, live in Poland for the Belarusian Students' Party. Bye, folks.
To bleed you dry, no matter how much you may try to just hold. Or look the darkness in the eyes till the day that we die, but we hold. Well, maybe there is only lies, hypocrisy in a sick disguise, but that's I do my best to not be shy, to wake up every day and try to just hold.